The education system needs to improve reading comprehension skills. Thousands of Americans struggle with this daily, and greater than 50% of adults are unable to complete a full job application. Considering that many applications now come with a skills assessment test, a lot of them tend to fail this due to the fact that they don't understand the question, not just because they can't read it. We'll first discuss the lack of reading comprehension in adults today, and second, look at solutions within the school system to detour this problem. Let's begin by looking at the level of comprehension in adults today. Reading comprehension is commonly overlooked. Not usually on purpose, however, a lot of people just assume you cannot read as opposed to you're not understanding what you are reading. And very little has been done to rectify this issue, either in the adult world or this education system of children. Greater than 50% of adults have an 8th grade reading level or lower, and 30% of adults have approximately a 5th grade reading level. This needs to be heightened. Incomprehension is often misconstrued with the inability to read. This inability does exist. However, many believe that children just aren't doing their homework or their reading assignments in school, or as an adult, a lot of people just look at it and see they don't care or don't realize what they're talking about. Most kids in schools today are made to feel stupid when their comprehension levels are low. Many other kids pick on them or tease them when their reading abilities are slow, or treat them like they're dumb because they don't understand what they're supposed to be doing in class. On the other hand, many teachers tend to assume that they just aren't doing their homework as well. This lack of comprehension is detrimental to both students and adults' self-esteem and potentially their lifestyles. By limiting their ability to get into further schools and further their education, and possibly hindering their job potential. We need to step forward and work within the school systems to rectify this problem. Comprehension should be aided and not overlooked. Students should feel comfortable in their reading abilities, and teachers should be able to help them and not just overlook them as the slow kid in class, so to speak. There are many programs and classes available to adults that are free of charge and they can be attended at night or on their own time to help them increase their reading comprehension levels as well as just their ability to read. The more you know how to read, the more words you understand, the further you can go with your education, and the better and more full life can be. It'd be great if you didn't have to stare at an application for like 10 minutes to understand what you're supposed to be filling out. Or even just reading different signs as you're driving along the road can make a huge impact. People with better self-confidence have a tendency to excel. They're more comfortable with what they're reading. They're able to write out documents that make sense to anybody that can read them as well, and not just them. And it helps them sound more educated and more qualified in what they're doing. It's never too late to improve on reading comprehension. However, it is easier to teach the younger rather than the older, and it prevents poor habits from forming early on in life.